Shit. Man, you know what? I don't never really know what I'm supposed to say in this little intro space right here before the video. Like, why do I even have this, yo? It's so pretentious to feel like I got some important stuff to say, man. I hate YouTube. I hate this game. Anyway, let's play the game. So we gonna build this little like coastside inlet community right there in that little nook, or it might be a cranny. I don't know. But the community is gonna be called Soundview. Spoiler alert, it's not gonna be like all hood and trapped out and ratchet hoes fighting at the gas station on Friday night. Everything can't be like that. Every episode can't be like that. Number one, we don't even really got the assets for all that tomfoolery. And number two, if everything is the hood, then the hood really don't got no potency, man. You gotta build the fly baller stuff too. So right now I'm making a quick dirty roundabout. It's probably not 100%, but really I just want the back side of the road to have a little symmetry. That front side stuff all getting deleted. Right now I'm working with the most horrible terrain tools ever created by a game developer, and then I'm connecting up some of these outside roads just to kind of get a sense of where the intersection's gonna go. It's really just gonna be some low rent assets fused together with some commercial assets. Now some of them, the commercial assets are gonna function, some of them are gonna have to be ploppable vanilla, because as y'all know, if you move the stores too far away from the street or spin them, they lose their connection. It ain't like City Skylines 1 where the store man will figure it out. It's got to be way far away from a road before they can't get no deliveries. On here it's so funny style right now, and we don't really have like spawn point stuff like that. We just can't control any of that, so I'm gonna have to use a mixture to kind of get that overall look that I was going for. I also wanted to challenge myself to use, like, you know, the rest of the stuff out of my pack that I uploaded to the PDX mods page. Definitely gonna use as much of that as I can. I'm also working on a new one with things that I was rushing and forgot, and just some other stuff that well, let's just go ahead and make it now so people can start using it. So you'll see me use a few of those assets in this episode, man. If anybody has any ideas, let me know in the comments. So right now I'm just kind of working on a very minimal neighborhood road layout. You can see me kind of turning this into a retainer wall, smooth that down, and I'm just kind of working on like the coast, adding rocks, dead grass. I had to switch my dead grass, man. The dead grass, like the mod be glitching out and it be coming back to life sometime. I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? So that ain't good. I had to just actually recolor some of the grass, and I'm just using that as my brown grass right now, and it's more or less, and it's working the way I want. And also, I know there's a fence right there. There is no way to make that fence go away, so y'all don't be clowning me in the comments like, bro, how they gonna get down to the beach? They gonna have to hop the thing. I know, man. Let's just use our imaginations on that one. We're gonna put some of this debris back there by the steps. Some of this will be like ongoing detailing. Also, I had like a million crashes, glitches, saves getting corrupted, so every once in a while you might see something just kind of change on camera, like, whoa, what happened there? And man, I take no blame. This game is acting a whole fool. Like, it took me like 5 hours to do the cinematics, bro. I go to type in something looking for a trash can or something, and the game frees up. Now, before I start laying down my residential buildings and my condos, we gotta fix this. This been bothering me. We couldn't do nothing about it before, but we know how to finesse it now. I feel like that looks way better.
You are now tuned in to the one and only Big Ass Morning Show with your host, Taylor Spliff, and the world famous DJ Waffles.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
Right here on your hometown station, K104. The Edge.
You know, I was talking to the guys outside that were installing the new sign, the K104 sign. Did you see that?
I did. I saw it. You know, I think we're starting to really move up in the world. I think we are.
Well, you ask me, it's about time. We've been putting in work, man. We really been, we got almost 6,500 YouTube subscribers. That ain't nothing to shake a stick at.
Wow, really? 6,500? You know, you've never told me that.
Well, hey, you know me, I don't like to brag about numbers. My grandma used to tell me, don't brag on no dog before you go hunting. They'll show you up to be a fool every time. I live by that code.
Yeah, I remember going to her funeral a few years ago. Rest in peace to Grandma Waffles. But wasn't she the lady that had the pictures with the white robes and the pointy hats. She was at the meeting with the burning cross. Is this that same lady?
Yeah, no, she was in the Klan, and no, she's not resting in peace. She's in hell for sure.
When your Spotify free trial runs out, we'll still be right here and free as K104. The Edge.
So I wanted to start on the outskirts and with those short buildings first, because I really didn't want to get lost in the high-rise sauce, or like higher rise. They're not really high-rise. They high-rise in compared to these little buildings right here. These buildings is just regular rise. They just rise. I thought this spot would be dope for like a mural, one of those building side murals, but the colors on that one weren't really popping. We need something to like pop out, something that's got like some southwestern type vibe, some of that Better Call Saul, man. So I went on Google, and a lot of this stuff was like trippy, but I saw this one thing that was like some Rocco's modern lifestyle looking pop art. I love that. So I used some AI tools to come up with my own version of it, so I could further manipulate it and kind of mess with the colors. And I want the clouds to be like overhanging off the side of the mural, so when you see it on the side of the building, it's like it's not just flat like that. It seems like it's creeping over the sides of the mural. I thought that was dope, a little bit more stylized. We're gonna lay down some of the Real Visions ground decals. I didn't want to go lush green grass on these houses. Now later on in the episode, we are gonna have some green grass neighborhood stuff that looks kind of nice. Not gonna spend a whole lot of time detailing that stuff, but we are gonna have it. We gonna build it. We need the paper, man. We teetering on the edge. By the end of the episode, I will be making a little bit comfortable amount of money. I don't need a lot. I just need enough to be able to detail with the game playing without worrying, am I losing too much money? Do I need to stop and do something dramatic? So I just want to give myself like the time to see those type of situations coming so my city don't crash out. Right now I'm about to lay out 4 assets, right? Only one of them functions. These 2 are dummy ploppable vanilla commercial assets. This building right here is a regular commercial asset, so we got at least some people going in and out. And this building right here is also a ploppable asset. Again, if I could have some spawn point mod, maybe we could make everything functional. If we had Rico, oh my god, we could go crazy with something like Rico. But for right now, we only gonna be able to probably hide maybe 1 or 2 buildings inside this building to put back a little bit of that residential functionality. But it's really just for the aesthetic, man. I wanted to make like a really fly mixed use condo. You see we got the pool on the top, man. We're gonna have all types of businesses. I'm definitely using a lot of stuff out of my pack. I'm gonna use my arcade sign that I didn't get to use, and I'm still gonna throw in some vanilla joints when I can. They got some cool asset names like the Shop Lake. We might throw a Shop Lake down here. We can't have a liquor store. Everywhere can't have a liquor store. Sometimes you gotta have a 26.9 or a Shop Lake, man. You see what we working with right now. The game says these is low rent. We not using these buildings as low rent. These deluxe apartments in the sky.
And I got some condos about to come on the line in 8 months.
So we're gonna treat them like that. We're gonna detail them like that. And by the time we're done, we got people coming in. We got folk moving in. That's what we want. Bring in your tax dollars. Say, help me. Help me. So hold on, y'all need to get this traffic under control, man. So the buildings that are underneath are functional commercial buildings, like I said, where I can get the functional, where I'm close enough, I'll definitely rock out. If I'm a little bit too far, I definitely am not above using a ploppable vanilla asset to get my bars off, man. I'm about to get my bars off. I ain't about impressing no elitist that's sitting back talking about, well, if all the buildings don't blue, man, play your game, homie. This ain't co-op. I got this on this side. Look, I'm getting off track, man. Let's go ahead and throw down a little parking deck asset back here on the back side of that building, and we'll spend a little second detailing up that little odd space. It's definitely an odd space, but we had to run a functional little 1-lane road back there so it would connect all the way up. Right now I'm just fusing in a few more of these ploppable vanilla assets, and then I'm gonna stack up some of these specialty condos buildings. These definitely felt like they belonged right up here on this little coast, man. They got that good view, they got that sound view, man. We're also working with some of these invisible parking lot assets. I think these are just vanilla, I'm not sure. You got to check in your little paths. And I'm deleting these little hangout spots. Again, they specialty buildings, so I guess these is like tourists. Either go inside or go outside. Don't be opening and closing my door. I'm gonna lay out a basketball court back here. I actually wish now I would have went with that all gray joint, man. That all gray might would have been hard, yo. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of surface work. I don't want the grass to connect up 100% perfectly. I want it to kind of have this sort of turtle shell cutout vibe. I'll go back later on and put a few bushes here and there over parts that are a little bit too open, but that's not by mistake. I know I could put it right flush up against each other, but once you do that, it ain't no going back. So I felt like that would have been an easy decision to make. It's always an easy decision to make, but I want this more, like I said, detached, you know, kind of look. And then we'll fill in with some hedges, we'll fill in with some dead grass here and there. We'll do what we can. Right now I'm working on like a little part outside of, this is right outside our little modern condos. I felt like up against that basketball court, man, we had to have some kind of little sitting area, some kind of little courtyard. It's not gonna be like crazy dramatic, but you know, we needed something, and I didn't want to just put a fence. But while I was doing this, I started looking up in them hills, and I was like, you know what, this view gonna be whack. I need to start thinking about how to address this up here right now. I'm not going to do too much of this, but I'm like, yo, we got to start dealing with this right now, or this is going to be a problem, and I'm going to have one really cool street and nothing around it that feels complete. Now that, I mean, I don't got to have a whole neighborhood going up here, but I felt like maybe a few houses, and again, some of the vanilla ploppable joints that don't mess with the terrain, that would give that scope. It would give that far view that I wanted. I'm gonna jump back down to my basketball court in just a minute, but I wanted to spend a little bit of time fusing some of these assets together. It might not be 100%, but you know, we'll line it up as best we can, hit it with a few decals, a few bushes, and then again, of course, we'll come back towards the end and really kind of mesh everything together. And kind of working on this gave me a few more ideas of stuff that I could do in a few other parts of this same Sound View neighborhood, man. We wanted to all have kind of a congruent vibe. So jumping back down to the court, we're gonna line a little bit of it with some hedges, then we'll throw like some park fences on the outside, just a couple, and then we'll put our benches down around our little planter areas, a couple of trash cans. Definitely need lighting, man. I never really put lighting, and you'll see me specifically in this video go back and make sure I deal with that, because I do want to have some nighttime shots. Right here I had probably just opened up Photoshop, and the game probably crashed, and I was like, ooh, there's a free opening. So you can see I put the Sound View sign up on the building, and we're throwing down the Electric Church sign from a decal pack, and then we'll just hit it with a few other things just to give it that, you know, that lively feel. It definitely be going down on the weekends. People be down here going crazy out Bev Pop.
It's Bev Pop. Oh yeah.
Sir, I said, fucking play it again. Just saying that's my shit.
We'll hit it with a couple of news machines. Now the building next to it, I actually wanted to make into a vape shop, but I felt like I didn't want to make too many assets that weren't available to the whole world yet, so we'll just use this as a dummy check cash in place for right now. Later on we'll come through and add something different on that one, and we're just kind of giving the outside a little shrubbery glaze. This is a fancy building, man. It's full of fancy people. You know, the type of folk that have wine, but not like just the bottle they drinking. I'm talking about they have a lot of different wines at their house. Them type of people, man. Now down here on the corner, we're gonna turn this into a little hostel. We're gonna use a custom asset, and we're gonna use one straight out the vanilla, what's that, bed bug hostel. I still don't know about that name. I don't know if I would be there. And we'll turn the little cut into just kind of a little sitting area, man. You can just chill right there. No loitering though, bro. If you, I mean, come on, dog. If you ain't got no key fob, my guy, I don't know how long you need to sit right there, but they call police over here. I also wanted to jump back on the Photoshop. Again, the game must have crashed again, because that's the only time I dared to load up anything else, when the game would crash. So I went ahead and made some of those OG King Leno type signs to put into the game. Shout out King Leno, man. He the GOAT to me. He don't even know how much he the GOAT to me, man. But these are all gonna be available in my next little pack that I end up putting out. I'm gonna do some detailing of, I've said so many words.
It's a new day. Time to get to the money.
Just because I'm dealing a little bit of drugs does not make me a drug dealer.
Well, yes, it does.
Get started with us on K104, The Edge.
So I know it's gonna be weird, but this entire weekend I'm gonna be with Waffles. He's helping me move into my brand new apartment. So I was thinking maybe we could hit up Wingback.
Oh, hell no. Hard pass. I'm not standing dick to butt with a bunch of sweaty frat bros drinking warm beer looking at flat asses all night. Hell no.
Okay, so what did you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking Friday night, my place, retro movie marathon.
A retro movie marathon. Okay, now, what are we watching?
Or we're gonna watch all of the Die Hard movies. I always like 5 or 6 of them. We're watching all of them.
You know what? It actually sounds like fun. But I'm telling you now, I'm bringing my friend Alex. But you guys, you met at the strip club that night, remember?
Oh, that girl at your birthday party you were with.
No, Alex was the guy I was with.
Wait, whoa, wait a minute. That was a man you were with? That was a guy?
Yes, that was a guy.
Jesus Christ, I thought it was a tall lesbian. He looked like Steve Rogers before they put him in that Captain America machine.
Waffles.
No, I actually have one more. I bet you when he dies, they're gonna find some blood in his heroin.
You're being mean.
You know what, you're right. I don't want to get canceled again. Gender is a spectrum, or whatever TikTok says this week. Do me a favor, though. Bring me 3 green Red Bulls, a stack of tortillas, corn, not flour, and 2 packs of Backwoods. Do not forget them Backwoods, woman.
Now, I get the Backwoods and the Red Bull, but what are the tortillas for?
Oh, my neighbor lady's gonna cook now. Hey, look, she's louder than a pimp suit, but she makes one hell of a quesadilla.
It's the Big Ass Morning Show.
I got that purple. Great. I can bake a cake. I can bake a cake.
Purple. Great. I can bake a cake. I can bake a cake.
Cake. Bitch, I bake it like Hostess. Little Debbie Ho, you know what the coast is. Where that purple good and that grape is strong. And my temper short, but my money long. If I cook it for them quite often, they flipping for it like dolphins. These bitches boring like dolphin. I dead them all in a coffin. I put them in a box like muffin mix. That Betty Crocker, that other shit. That too hot, you need an oven mitt. That too hot, you need an oven mitt. That soda on the counter, add 2 cups that Debbie Downer. And a spoon full of sugar, make the medicine go down. I got that purple, great. I can bake a cake. I can bake a cake. I got that purple, great. I can bake a cake.
I can bake a cake.
Insta pics so your bitch could look, no apron on. She could watch me cook, I'll bake a cake. Iron Chef, catch your body like safety net. They tryna take my style, they been tryna take my recipe. Sweet tooth and I get it. Paul Wall, my dentist, they still sending me hate mail. I got cake like a bake sale. Like thank you, please come again. I'm at your neck like a double chin. Purple grape, I'm dripping. Aunt Jemima, we sipping. Heat that oven, 350. Watch the pies turn golden brown. Let's cook. If you in the kitchen, bitch, let's cook. If you in the kitchen, bitch, I got that purple, great. I can bake a cake. I can bake a cake. I got that purple, great. I can bake a cake. I can bake a cake.
All right, so we hit that main drag with the sauce, and we hit the beach with some of them details. These little houses are kind of the houses that I'm gonna be using in this very brief residential layout. They already have yards and stuff. There's really nothing to do to most of them except like maybe extend out the grass in certain spots so it kind of hits all the way to the curb. There's certain spots where I'm gonna kind of extend out some of the hedge work so it kind of has more of a congruent feel, you know, from yard to yard, so it's not so many blank spaces. But I'm not obsessing over this stuff, man. I don't be hanging around in these neighborhoods. I be down where the stuff, I be where the folk at. I be where the people is at, where they moving and they shaking and they getting to the money. I'm not spending time hanging around these Pete looking residential houses. Ain't nothing going on back here but the rent, man. So, but we do gotta apply ourselves just a little bit because we need that tax revenue. So I'm gonna spend a little bit of time kind of laying out. There's not really a lot of variations, but there are a few that I left out. So some of these houses that you see me laying out right here, a couple of them may get replaced with there's some European joints. They don't have exactly the same stone kind kind of out the facade, I guess that's the word, but they're close enough, and I bet you can recolor them to match them even a little bit more. Right now, as I said before, you can see me kind of extending some of the hedges, extending some of those lawns. I want them to be flush up against that sidewalk. You can see we got taxis bringing people in. I'll throw a path right here, kind of going back. We definitely want walkability, man. Speaking of paths, we might as well just throw a quick little park area right here in the middle. Not gonna spend the most time in the world on it, but I have been wanting to do something with this more chill vibe. No junk cars. No, we got kiosk, man. They selling good stuff. What they be selling? Smoothies and stuff, and I don't know exactly, but I bet you it's some plant-based options up in there. We're gonna make a little shelter area, and I had to kind of line up that cement and then slide it under there because otherwise it was not letting me tap those props with the movie at all. Detailing in layers as I normally do so I can see the stuff. Like I used to have this bad habit of putting the trees and stuff down first, and then I'm having to try to go. No, you leave it kind of naked like this, put your stuff down, lay your game down quite flat, then you put your tree game on top, man. So we got a few people out here. They probably selling fresh fruit. You see they got greenhouses. We're gonna have a lot of greenhouses in this episode, man. It's like 3 or 4 different people out in this side of the city are growing fruits and veg. They going straight farm to table, and probably some weed too, man. Come in your apartment, you ain't got no furniture in here, but you got turkey bags and a food saver. I know what the hell going on. Anyway, we're gonna throw an office building right behind the little parking deck that we laid down at the very beginning, just kind of filling up that space. I didn't want to jam pack it with more tall residential houses, but we needed, and it kind of helps with the RCI just a little bit, adding an office building in here and there. Even though it might struggle with workers because we don't really have a college yet, luckily people can come in from out of town, and it's probably only like 10 people working in that office. I mean, it's like a dentist office or something, guaranteed. And just to give it a little bit of separation, we'll throw some planters down with a few benches and a couple of palms in this little empty space. We'll leave that lot empty. And across the street from that, we'll throw down a couple of row houses in this cut. Not a whole block, not a neighborhood, just, a little 5-pack right there. On the back block behind our loft apartments, there was a few blank spaces that I could already see were gonna bother me later on, so I just took the time and filled them in. I recolored my blue bushes to red. I like that better in this city for some reason. And I'm also gonna hit the ground with a few of these textures. Since it is a back block, we can rough it up just a little bit. Now, I still didn't want to go crazy, but I did want it to feel more industrialized, utilitarian. We get, laundry deliveries and some more stuff coming out of this little building. We'll separate it with some of the safety cones so people can walk through, but they won't try to drive through. Y'all know how folk do. If they can get a car through there, they'll try to turn it into a through street. And we'll throw just a couple of the electrical props right here. You can see, like I said, I wanted to be mindful of the lighting at night, but I'm not going to show a lot of this. I wanted to just show I did do it. Back at our little basketball court, I'm gonna throw down some sand boxes, and we'll turn those into some little kind of overgrown planter areas. You can't really sit right here or nothing. It's just for aesthetics. Just look at it, that's all. And then we'll throw some palms on top of that. This cop has been circling the neighborhood the entire time I've been detailing. Is this a glitch? Has anybody else seen this? What is he doing in this car? Yeah, it's probably something just like that. Anyway, right here on the edge of everything in this one little blank spot next to our first little condos that we laid down, little row houses that we laid down, I wanted to lay down like a cement slab, right? Then we're going to stack up a bunch of them shipping containers. Then we're going to use a bunch of props, and we're going to make like this little funky, vintage, industrial, chill area. But it's not like for shopping, really. Like, it's probably a little coffee shop. We definitely going to throw a little burn bean situation up in there. But it's just for people to hang out and chill, man. You probably got to know one of these people to actually even be hanging out over here.
I'm really liking the mix today. I mean, I don't think I just speak for myself. I'm speaking for the entire K104 family that we support women's empowerment and girl magic and black girl magic, Magic Johnson. I mean, all the magic. And I didn't want to say anything, but when it comes to our mix, it's been a bit of a sausage fest. I mean, I'm sorry. I just have to say it.
You know what? You're right, and I can't argue with you at all on that. And never let it be said that DJ Waffles ain't an ally to the feminist movement. I love boobs. Females, women, ladies, women.
Oh my God, dude, we're gonna get so many emails.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to meet with HR about that one as soon as we're off the air. But anywho, the year was 1999. Pokemon stormed the USA. Tiger Woods stormed his way to his first PGA championship, and a young lady from Macomb, Mississippi was determined to not let a little depression ruin a perfectly good schoolgirl outfit.
Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here? Oh, baby, baby, I shouldn't have let you go. And now you're right upside down. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now. Because my loneliness is killing me. And I must confess, I still believe. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. Oh, baby, baby, the reason I breathe is you. Boy, you got me blinded. Oh, pretty baby, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. It's not the way I planned it. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now. Because my loneliness is killing me. And I must confess, I still believe. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time.
It's the station that plays all the hits from today and yesterday.
These old ass niggas right here.
K104, The Edge.
Now, my original plan was to stack this out with a lot of graffiti, but all the graffiti don't stick to the wall, so I could really only use murals. I wanted it to be like a really like artistic kind of, you know, swanky spot, but we're gonna have to hit it with some of this Grove Street on the backside. Junction Family Mob. If you know, you know, man. Now, right across the street from that, we gonna use these little blocks right here to kind of make a mega mansion area, Diddy party type mansion, minus the baby oil. So we gonna fuse these blocks to kind of make like a east and west wing. The middle piece is a specialty building. I think it's like the painter's mansion or the architecture mansion or one of them fancy people mansions. But we just got two vanilla ploppable buildings on the side to kind of expand the campus. We're gonna also add our own tennis court. I built this a few times, minus the crashes, of course, to try to get the layout right. I've never been to a place like this. I actually had to look at what the front of one of these places even looked like to get it sort of right. You know me, I don't never try to do or pretend like I'm realistic, man, but I wanted it to at least kind of look right. So I was actually on Google looking up these modern cubist type mansions. These people don't be having nothing in their front yard. There ain't no bicycle, a dog running, nothing. So I tried to keep true to that. You see, we just got the minimal roundabout, but on the sides is where we're gonna have our fun. You see, I got the little custom greenhouse area. I'm gonna throw down a few different types of grass surfaces, and again, we going with this sort of turtle shell camouflage ground type, and we'll go back to fill that in. There's lots of little like landings and little areas that I felt like we could make some balconies and just little scenes out of, man. We could throw some hot tubs and some, you know, some of those fancy deck chairs and kind of fuse some stuff up and make all types of little areas. Again, man, if you was living like this, it would be folk all in your house. You probably got cousins living in there. You ain't seen them in a month and a half. Like, oh, you still here? Yeah, I'm still here, bro. What's the Wi-Fi password again? That type of situation, man. So we gonna put some grills, make sure people can, you know, get their hamburgers and hot dogs on when they need to, and we'll even use some of these Sully people, the LA people, to kind of give it some life. There is a resident or two that actually lives in that thing, but they don't like come hang out on any of that stuff. So we got to put us a few people here and there, man, just to give it that little taste of realism. We're gonna put a fire pit in the back, complete with a barrel fired stuck in the ground. So we got some animation going with that, and we'll put a few more of our beach people. Going back to our tennis court, there's props that come with the vanilla game to make your tennis court kind of complete. And somebody let me know that I don't be leaving enough space on my tennis court areas. I know they're gonna run straight into them bushes, but stuff can't be to scale when you're going with that micro build style like I be doing. So I'm gonna hit this with a lot of hedge work. It's not gonna be 360 100%. Yes, if this was in the real world, they can come up in your house and be sitting in your house waiting on you when you get home, like Method Man in Belly.
Oh shit, what the f are y'all doing in my house?
But fortunately for us, this ain't a Hype Williams movie. You don't gotta worry about that, man. We got police on patrol. You see that one policeman, he's still riding around, man. I cannot believe it. Have anybody seen this type of problem in their city? He getting on my nerves, low key. That brings this episode to a close. Episode 6, man. We're gonna keep them. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna fight through the crashes and the glitches and all of the update nonsense. I know you probably thinking sometimes you be like, man, he probably ain't. I don't think he gonna drop no more episodes. And look, boom, just when you least expect it. Like you wasn't expecting this one right here. You was probably in the bed chilling. You woke up and boom, right on your head top. Episode 6. So y'all make sure y'all say it with me now, all together. Like, comment, subscribe. Yes, very good. That's all I need from y'all, man. That's all the encouragement I need. When I upload the episode, I wake up, got a couple thousand views on it. Oh man, I gotta get on the game. I got stuff I need to build, man. I got people that's depending on me for their city Skylines entertainment. So I'm gonna keep it rocking. Y'all keep it rocking. I'm Kool-Aid. This is Coyote Junction.
Now hit the light, comments right. Don't be a hater with a voltage regulator. Just like, comment and subscribe. It's red Kool-Aid, not strawberry